Zero Chill is officially over. The boosts have gone away and the zero AP abilities have melted. And of course, new team captains or new tokens for team captains that came out. There haven't been any new team captains yet. So it got me thinking what are the best possible team captains right now? How can you guys maximize your lineups? And just what are the overall best team captains, in my opinion, for you guys to be going over here and using your team captain tokens as best as possible. So that is what we're going to be going over in the video today. If you guys go over here to the field pass and hold left trigger and go to team captains, that is how you guys access this field pass. Again, these are super easy to get done. You can literally just get these done organically, like by just playing the game simply. And as well, just do these challenges. Just always make sure you have a team captain in your lineup, so that way you get the most progress done. Of course, when you're at the very top, if you've done all of them, you can get a team captain all the way up to a 93 overall, and you get the other one to a 92. And so we're basically just going to be going over that today, what I think are the best possible team captains, how to run them properly, and just how to maximize those cards as well. So this video does help you out in any way, shape, or form. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys want to see. And let's go ahead and get into the top team captain. Now, the number one team captain I'm actually going to do, we're going to go in order from top to bottom. This is something different. But the reason why is because I want to give you guys some sauce when it comes to this. I think this is the number one team captain in the game, Pat Tillman. You can use this guy as a user. L ad blocker. I had to close out of that. But like I was saying, I think this is the best team captain in the game. He is a little bit on the shorter side, but I do think this card just plays really, really well. And the reason why is because you can get this card up to 97 speed right now. And the way you do that, you may ask, is if you have certain chemistries, if you apply a certain chemistry of the same team. So if I have 20 Falcons players and they all have 20 Falcons chemistry on it, everybody with that team chem active gets a +1 boost. Now, it is possible to do 3 separate teams of 20, meaning you can get 3 separate boosts of +1. So that basically means across the board when it comes to speed, I think excel and some other stats as well, but the main thing is speed. You can get this card up to a 97 speed if you run 3 separate teams of 20 chemistries on that. Now, you're going to need team builders and all that. So if you guys want me to kind of break down how to do that, how to kind of make that easier for you guys in a separate video, definitely let me know. But of course, like I'm saying, I think this is the number one team captain in the game. Just his most usable, the most usable in my opinion. I'm hoping they update his abilities to get some lower ones. He gets pick artist and mid zone. So I think that's actually really, really good for, you know, having him play that safety position. And overall, I just think this card is the best one simply because he is the fastest. But again, it's up to you guys completely. Now, the next card that we're going to go over is the same thing applies to this card. Manti Te'o, man. This card is actually really, really good. 6'1", basically 96 speed. You can get him up to 99 excel. So 96 speed, 99 excel. Really, really solid card. Really, really great user. I do think that Pat Tillman is a little bit better to just play safety rather than, you know, your user or even as a looper. But I do think this is probably the best option for you guys to be able to have on your team. I would say make this one the 93 and then make the Pat Tillman the 92. They'll both be the same speed, but it's completely up to you. And again, for abilities, I mean, he gets 1 AP lurk artist. So, I mean, that's really, really good, especially for a user. You're going to get some better animations to get picks. And again, I'm hoping they just update these cards' abilities. That way we can get some better abilities, make these cards a little bit more usable. But I do think this is the second best team captain in the game. Like I said before, the same thing applies with the whole team chem boost. If you guys do 20 separate teams 3 times, because these cards can get 3 separate team chems. Again, if we go over here to the upgrade things, this does get 3 separate team chems on here. So you can do that and be able to do it. I forget, let's see, what overall does that happen at? I think it's 83, 88, and 90 or something like that, or 87 and 90, something like that. But essentially, you can take these cards just to that next level and have them be just that much better. Now, the next card I'm going to suggest is Gerald McCoy. I personally think Pat Tillman and Manti Te'o are at a premium position where you kind of can't really get the same sort of thing for free. I do think this Gerald McCoy is really good. The only thing is the fact that I think at the DT position, it's kind of hard to find good DTs, right? So I do think this card would be useful for you guys 100%, but this doesn't really affect the game as much as a user card or a safety card, in my opinion. And the reason for that being is because he doesn't have the greatest abilities right now. He does get inside stuff for 2 AP, but again, just like I've been saying with the other ones, I'm hoping we can get you know, some discounted abilities, some discounted buckets. I don't know if they normally do that with the team captains. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm hoping that we do see that. Nonetheless, though, I do think this DT, this Gerald McCoy, is actually really good. You can get this card up to 90 speed on your defensive line, which is just absolutely amazing for free. And that is why I have this card being the number 3 most useful captain in the game. Now, honestly, I would have put this card number 1. We've got kicker Jason Elam, but I do think this is a very, very useful one. I have this card and Pat Tillman as my 2 right now. I may switch over to Manti Te'o. I'm not 100% sure, but I do think this is the most underrated team captain. And the reason why is because of his stats. He has really good kick power and kick accuracy. You guys don't want to be out here with the bad kicker where, let's say you're on, you have to kick a 50-yard field goal, and you don't have a good enough kicker to make the kick. This is the perfect card for you guys to be able to use, to be able to have a free kicker, to be able to make those long field goals, because I'm telling you, it can be the difference between you winning and losing game. Now, again, I would have put this card at number 1, but it is a kicker. I'm not gonna, y'all would be throwing rocks and stones at me if I said that this was the number 1, but I do think this is a very underrated card, again, like I said, to go ahead and upgrade and be able to use. I think he is also a very useful team captain as well, just not as useful as some of the other ones because, again, I think those affect the game a little bit more. Now, that is going to wrap it up when it comes to the team captain video. Obviously, I don't think any of the offensive team captains are that good. You could do the offensive lineman stuff, but I mean, again, I've always said offensive line is pretty negligible right now. We don't really have any elite abilities. I do think, you know, in the video yesterday that you guys were seeing, that Joe Tooney was number 1 for that, but I think it's just because of his longevity. You don't have to worry about those positions. But I think, at least for this, considering you can move your tokens around and everything like that, I would just say do those and then worry about some of the other team captains later. I would definitely say use the ones that I've recommended for you guys. Now, that's not the end all be all. I mean, if you guys feel that some of those are better, hey, be my guest. I'm just telling you, those are the ones that I would use. That's what I recommend. So again, at the end of the day, it's completely up to you. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. Hopefully y'all found this to be useful. If you did, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video, man. Peace.